103.5 FM. Welcome to the Sports Chat. I am Nana Ama Ajiman. We'll be going to Kumasi to speak to Jones Aji, our man on the ground, for him to give us some Black Stars updates. But first, Coach Otuado, who celebrated his birthday yesterday, is appreciative of how fans in Kumasi have received the team. The Black Stars of Ghana will today play the Central African Republic at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium at 7 p.m. in a crucial World Cup qualifier where a win for Ghana will see them go top for the first time. Let's listen to Coach Otuado.
To be honest, I didn't expect that because, it's not, you can't take it for granted, especially after a bad AFCON, that people are still supporting you. And this is what makes me love Kumasi, no matter what. And in football, whoever played, I think in general, in every situation, when maybe you're down, this is where you need the support. And so I'll never forget this, what Kumasi did for us, and they cheered us up, and I think we had a decent game. We had, I think, 60% ball possession. We dominated them. We were just missing a goal, but it was really, really good to see, and I love coming to Kumasi and play here, and now this is surely what I expect also, the support till the last whistle is made, and I'm very, very happy to be here and playing here, because I know this will give an extra kick for the players, even in hard times, or even when things will be hard. They will still support us, and it's a good feeling. It's good, mentally good for the players to come here and know that they.
Now, he, however, admits that there is pressure on the players to deliver.
And to be honest, when I was playing, there was much more pressure, because there you have to play, and you have to distribute on the pitch. And this is way, way tougher than being a coach. I can just talk like you guys. You can talk, you can say something, and if I want to make it easy, if it doesn't work, then I will tell, the players didn't do what I said. So it's very, very easy for me, we all want to go. Some have been to the World Cup already. For some, it will be the first time. For some, it could be the last time. So it's always a big, big thing. It's the national team is the biggest thing to qualify. What I can say from my point of view, I had the experience, and to be honest, the pressure in the two games with Nigeria was higher, much, much higher, because also sometimes I think people forget from where we're coming. Before the World Cup, we came from being out in the first round of African Cup now too, and it's not so easy to build a team on that, and to have everybody.
West Ham midfielder Mohamed Kudus, who also spoke to the media, echoes the importance of all players in the team, regardless of their performance.
One of the names they look out for in most of the games, everyone is quite important in the squad, whether on the bench or whatsoever. Like you saw against Mali, it's the guys from the bench that came to win the game. So everyone deserves the same respect and then motivation just as us. So we are all a team, It's the point that matters, whether I score anyone or however I perform, The most important thing is that the team wins and then we keep improving as players. So personally, I try to do my best in every place I find myself. We started playing from here in Ghana, so there's no excuses. It's difficult here, the weather and all of that. There's things that come into play, but the opponent feels the same as well. So there's no excuse for that. But in every game, I just try to do my best for the country and the team to get the 3 points.
Now let's go over the phone lines and speak to Jones Aji, who is in Kumasi. Jones, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm well. I'm blessed and highly favored. How about you?
Oh, by God's grace, Charlie. Inshallah in vibes. Settled. Charlie, today you left me for here. But yesterday you were at a Black Stars training in the evening. How prepared is the team?
We've been proud to the training. We got to speak to Otuado, who spoke to us on the importance of qualifying to the World Cup. He made us understand that some of the players, they've never been there before. They don't know what it means to qualify. And for others, like Pate and Ko and Kudus, they've been at the World Cup and they know how important it is for the Stars to qualify. He was also asked about how important it was for Ghanaians, because, of course, we'll be using that as a ticket to go and then find greener pastures, probably in the United States of America. And, of course, he laughed at and said that, he knows that it is very important for Ghanaians, and so they are going to do all they can. He also talked about the reception from the Kumasi fans, how things have been in recent times, but then he acknowledged that they've shown them so much love, and they should trust them, and they're going to do all they can to actually give us a win this evening. He also spoke about the pitch. He was asked about the pitch. Of course, the Kumasi pitch is not in the best of states, but then he made us understand that, he has actually played on worse pitches, and so the pitch wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an excuse for them against Central African Republic today. Kudus also spoke to us, and he made us understand that it is very important not to single out one player for praise, and that it is very important that the team plays together. And what is most important is that they win as a team there. On his part, coach of the Central African Republic side, Raoul Savoy, those of us who know him from the last time, the African Cup qualifiers, he was very optimistic that they can actually cause an upset. Of course, the last time they came to Kumasi, they gave Ghana a very, very difficult game. Of course, Ghana won that game in controversial circumstances, but then he believes that his team this time around can cause an upset. But then he was quick to remind us that their goal is to qualify for the African Cup and not the World Cup there. So, those were tidbits from our press conference yesterday. For the training, all players were in camp, and we just had 15 minutes to watch them train, and we had to leave there because, of course, taxes and everything, could come into play. So, but all players were in camp, and then they trained at the Baba Sports Stadium. Okay,
so with a 15-minute that you observed the training, do you think you have an idea of the starting 11 for today's game?
Very, very difficult. Even for the first 50 minutes, they just had to pass the ball around, so we couldn't actually see. But if we are going to go by what we heard from Otuado, I think there might be a slight change in formation this time around, not probably a 3-back system. We might actually see a 4-back system this time around, where he would go all out, because he knows that we need to win this game. So for me, I can actually say that we might actually, unless otherwise, I am seeing a 4-back system today. Probably not. I can't give you the lineup, but yes, and I won't be surprised if he actually maintains the first 11 that he starts with. Probably just a tweak at the defensive side.
Of course, we don't change the winning team, do we?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, thank you, Jones, for joining us here this morning.
Yeah, a quick one. The Kumasi fans have been very optimistic, and they have been hoping that they will see the Black Stars again. From that win, the win against Mali actually brought a lot of joy to Ghanaians and then to the Kumasi fans as well. And I believe that by 5:30, 6 p.m., the stadium would be filled to capacity, because they are eager and they are waiting to watch the Black Stars play. Of course, don't forget that we'll be bringing our listeners live commentary on Starr 102.5 FM. So, yeah, quick one there. Thank you, Nana.
Well done. Thank you for talking to us here. That was my colleague Jones Aji giving us some Blasters update from Kumasi. Now on the international front, England captain Harry Kane says the Three Lions' 1-0 defeat against Iceland at Wembley last Friday could be a nice wake-up call before the Euro 2024. England is one of the tournament's favourites, but was wooed off after a poor display in the final warm-up game. According to Harry Kane, there's a lot to improve on before the start of the tournament, but he believes England will lift the trophy.
I've captained this team now for a long time, and I think going into this summer, this is the most confident I felt about the squad, just for the reasons I kind of touched on already. Just the form that players are in, the type of players we have, the experience we have, players who have played in big games for club and country now. I think all the ingredients are there. I'm really excited. I'm really proud to captain this squad and this team. For me personally, it's just another opportunity to go out there and try and make some history with England.
Let's take you back. What are your memories of watching England growing up?
Now, away from football, Carlos Alcaraz has won the French Open title by edging a scrappy 5-set final against Alexander Zverev. The Spain had won 6-2, 2-6, 5-7, 6-1, 6-2 on the Roland Garros clay. Carlos Alcaraz was below the level of confidence and consistency that enabled him to win his first two major finals at the US Open in 2022 and last year's Wimbledon. But the 21-year-old came through to become the youngest man to win the Grand Slam titles on 3 surfaces. Here is Carlos Alcaraz reflecting on his magical win.
Well, I mean, it's different tournaments, different aura, but I'm gonna say same feeling. I mean, winning a Grand Slam is always special. Winning your first in every Grand Slam is always super special. But here in Roland Garros, knowing that all the tennis, all the Spanish players who have won this tournament and be able to put my name on that amazing list is something unbelievable, something that I dream about being in this position since we started playing tennis, since I was 5, 6 years old. So it's a great feeling.
Now in the women's single, Iga Swiatek has achieved the rare feat of winning a third successive French Open title with a comprehensive victory over Italian seed Jasmine Paolini. The world number 1 recorded a 6-2, 6-1 win against first-time major finalist Paolini, and she follows Monica and Justin into the record books as the only players to have claimed a 3-peat in the women's single since the Open era began in 1968. Speaking after the game, Iga Swiatek says he's really proud of herself.
It means a lot. This tournament has been, pretty surreal with its, beginning and with second round, and then, I was able to get my game better and better every match. So I'm really proud of myself because the expectations obviously have been pretty high from the outside and pressure as well. So I'm happy that I just went for it and I was, ready to deal with all of this, and I could win. I think, looking at the whole situation and the fact that during the finals there is, sometimes a lot of pressure, I think it was a really good match. Obviously, I mean, I got broken at the beginning, so it wasn't maybe perfect, but I think the level was pretty high and it wasn't so easy as the score says. I think I played pretty well considering all these, facts and the pressure.
This is how I wrap up Sports Chat here on the morning show. I am Nana Ama Ajimani. Up next is Speak Right, then the show continues with Francis Aban.